Your latest news update from Western Mass News.
I'm Chris Pisano with a look at your headlines. The Mass Department of Public Utilities has approved additional reductions in gas supply rates for Eversource and Boston Gas Company serving National Grid gas customers. On average, this will result in a monthly bill decrease of about 10% for a typical residential heating customer. Beginning Wednesday, customers served by those companies can expect lower gas supply rates until May 1st. A neighborhood in Longmeadow impacted by a water main break in the midst of Tuesday's snow. Some residents with no running water because of a water main break on Emerson Road. The break also affected residents on Arlington, Lexington, Essex, Emerson, Anthony, Dunn, and West, leaving them with low or no water pressure. This now marks the third time it's broken in the same area. And Rock and Roll Hall of Fame guitarist Carlos Santana is coming to Springfield on August 6th. His 1001 Rainbows tour will wrap up at the Mass Mutual Center. Santana, along with his band, will perform songs from their 50-year career in music. Tickets for the general public go on sale March 3rd.
I'm meteorologist Jana Brown with a check of your forecast. A little black ice possible overnight into Wednesday morning, with temperatures falling into the low 20s. Wednesday will start off with a little bit of sunshine, but definitely a lot of patchy clouds still around. Temperatures rising back above freezing before noon. Then in the afternoon, skies turn cloudy, overcast, and we'll be watching a warm front coming in from the west. That'll bring a chance for a couple of rain showers by the late afternoon, early evening. Looks to be short-lived. We're not going to see much, but across the hill towns getting into the Berkshires, some spots may get a little bit of sleet or freezing rain coming through with that. But again, doubtful it'll have much impact to any travels. We'll have a cold front coming through Thursday morning with another round of rain early. Then we'll get some partial clearing in the afternoon, turning mild and breezy. Temperatures in the valley could approach upper 40s. But that's short-lived. Friday into Saturday is our next storm system. As we watch it across the country, it's a fairly powerful storm. As it arrives for us, though, still uncertain as to what kind of winter weather it brings. It looks like it might be some snow, a little bit of an icy mix, and then changing to rain, possibly wrapping up as snow on Saturday. Then it looks breezy and drier for Sunday and Monday, and a quiet week will follow.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.